Hello and welcome to Lee Anderson Yoga. This is something I recorded live during one of our online Zoom classes, so I do hope you enjoy it. It is totally different to when you just film for the purposes of putting a yoga video, a yoga practice out there. So it's good to see both. It's good to experience both. This is a really grounding, earthing practice. So a lot of standing postures where we really try to sort of settle, find stability, support and balance. So it can be very strong work. It can build up a lot of heat inside within our bodies. But yeah, it's a beautiful, very peaceful at the end, very soothing. So hopefully you get to settle back into your original, authentic, beautiful self. And then you can continue to take great care of you, because this world needs more of what you have. So here we are in this amazing moment, early morning, sun's only just coming up, we are rising, ready for a whole new, exciting experience, brand new day, beautiful. So you can have a little bit of a wriggle if you like and actually feel into the top of the thigh bones and the sit bones. So sometimes sort of that reconnection back down helps the breath lift, and you can rise all the way on up a little taller. Hands can just rest in your lap or on your knees. If you wish to form that Prithvi hand mudra, which is where the ring finger and the thumb are lightly touching, the fingertips are touching, you can, with the other three fingers extended. So the thumb represents the earth and the ring finger, fourth finger represents fire, fire within our body, perhaps a little bit of disease, disruption, chaos. And we just want to calm that down. We don't want it to disappear entirely, but we just want to find some sort of settling balance so that we can be calm, non-reactive, feel safe and supported in our own bodies and in our own worlds. So just another minute or so, just letting the breath calm, soothe and quiet the body, the mind. And I am just feeling the temperature of the air on my skin. It is quite warm for this early in the morning. So whatever you're feeling in your space around you, just sort of notice it, be aware. But it's not good or it's not bad, it just is exactly as it is, and that is amazing. Just another 2 gentle breath cycles here. Not rushing them, just letting them flow in and through. Magic with a beautiful complete exhale. We can lift the hands, wriggle the fingers. Let's lift the knees and stretch the legs out in front, keeping the knees a little bit bent. Hands can help you push back a little if you like. Feet on up. Shake out the shoulders, hands heart center. Breathe in, fingers rise, but it's the ribs that lift with the breath. Exhale, bow forwards, just easy with the arms. So you might not move as far forward as you normally can or do, so just take it easy. You can wriggle your toes, look at your toes, give your feet a little bit of movement, and then feel those stretches that also happen up through the legs with the movement of the feet. And all those things that happen to our bodies in the morning when we very first wake up. Exhale completely. Hands help you walk all the way on up, reaching the arms out to the side. Fabulous. So let's rotation with the in-breath. Left hand comes forward, right hand can stay where it is or move backwards if you've got space. And then come all the way back, both hands out to the side. Breathe into the back space of the lungs. Shoulder blades separate. Beautiful. Right hand moves forward. Left arm can stay where it is or move backwards. I've got a wall just behind me. And then come all the way back around. Fabulous. Let's bend the elbows, fingers interlace behind the head. Let the hands offer to lift the head, support the head. Beautiful. Tipping the right elbow over towards the floor. Oh, that's a nice one. Coming all the way back on up, you can almost sort of feel that extra shuffle around through the internal organs in the waist. I can imagine it anyway. Excellent. Release the hands again, shoulder roll. Bend the knees up so the soles of the feet meet and let the legs fall to the outside. Hands can slide down the shins. Take a breath in to lengthen the body and gently ease yourself a little bit closer towards the feet. And we're just going to stay here and breathe here and come back to that moment where we can sort of feel back down into the top of our thigh bones, our pelvis, and get that connection back in, that grounding. So another 2 breath cycles here, nowhere to go. Just notice what you can feel right down there at the base of your torso. Lovely. Hands lift you on up. We're going to kneel for a moment on our shins with our feet flat, toes pointing behind us. So let the tailbone rest over the heels and just sort of wiggle the toes a little bit and let the feet fall flatter. Fabulous. Hands are resting just to either side of the knee. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw the belly in and just lift the knees up a little. So we're just lightly stretching through the front of the foot and into the shin. I'm going to just change my hand's position to like a fist, but however is comfortable for your hand and wrist. Lifting the knees. Excellent. So if you wish to synchronize this with a breath, on the exhale, draw the belly in. Lift the pubic bone up in towards the belly button. Excellent. Lean forwards, lift the feet, tuck the toes under this time and gently rock back. Take your time. Don't rush this stretching in underneath the feet because that myofascial tissue runs all the way through the back body, back of the neck, even up into the top of our heads. Oh, lovely. So just notice even here now, if you're balanced left and right, you might feel like without trying, you're favoring one side. You can close your eyes and just breathe for another moment longer. Excellent. And we're going to lift ourselves up to standing. So if you want to press your hands down to support you, you can. Otherwise, take a breath in and on that exhale, lift the knees like we did before. And come to standing. Yeah. Rise up onto the feet, wriggle through the feet, the toes, etc. A brief moment in mountain, grounding down in through the pelvis, legs, calves, shins, feet. Beautiful. Hands rest by your sides. Close your eyes and just feel the energy of the earth running up through the body. Exhale, letting the arms rest down by the side. Maybe you can feel the energy running up. Maybe you can feel it sort of running down. Or maybe it's running in all directions. Complete exhale. Stay standing in mountain as we breathe in and raise the arms up to the side. Soften through the knees, gentle rotation around. Arms can just fall down out in front of you anyway. Beautiful. Breathe up to the ceiling again, face the front, and exhale around the other way. Lovely. Return back through center. Now do it again and see if you can spread the hands further apart from the shoulder blades. Inhale to rise and return to center. Exhale as you gently roll around the other side. Beautiful. Coming all the way back on up. Bending the elbows and holding on to them. Oh, I just fit in the camera screen there. Lovely. Bend the knees. We're going to do a forward fold here. So protect the lower back with strength through the belly. Exhale and tip forwards. So if you want to shuffle the feet a little wider, you can. If you're enjoying challenging that core strength in your balance by keeping the feet closer together, that's fine too. 3 more breath cycles here, seeing if we can offer a little bit more breath into the torso and just let the ribs stretch naturally further away from the hips.
The hips are helping the legs ground us down in and keep us steady so they're not falling backwards. They want to stay risen above the feet. Chin tucks into the chest. One more breath cycle here. What else can you offer? Enjoy that exhale. Bend the knees and roll on up to standing. Oh, release the arms out to the side. Oh, let's bend the elbows and let the hands rest behind the head. Standing here now, so my feet have moved a little bit wider for that side bend that we did just before sitting down. Tipping over, coming up through center and the other side. So trying to keep the spine long so that it's got more movement, more mobility. When it's shorter and squashed, it's not going to move as much. One more time to the other side. Excellent. Oh, release the arms down low. We're going to breathe in, reach them out wide to the side like we're getting ready for a big hug. Exhale, hug forwards, arms wrap around, bow any length down. It doesn't matter how far down you flow. Breathe in, roll on up. Rolling on up with the in-breath, reaching the arms up high. Exhale, softly flow forward, hands can cross. So you can pretend to hug onto yourself. You can pretend to hug a friend, a family member, a pet, maybe your goldfish in a goldfish bowl, whatever you choose. Last one, exhale. Big round, energy drawing it in, hug. Fantastic. Oh, arms lifting all the way back on up. Hands come down and rest on the hips, shoulder roll, tree pose. Let the right leg turn out, standing strong through the left. So you can stay here, but try not to lean into that right leg. That right leg's going to be soft and only just a light support, or it will rest on the calf. Grounding down through the pelvis, hands can move to heart center if that feels interesting. You can lay your hands back down on your thighs. You can form that Prifti hand mudra, fourth finger, thumb, a little bit of thinking there. 2 more breath cycles, standing taller, letting the chest rise. Stay. Beautiful. Hands come back to the hips. Lift the right knee, place it down gently. Have a walk here on the spot if you wish. Nice and easy on the other side. So let the left leg relax out, but staying strong through your center and the right. Okay for that toe to be lightly touching, or it can rest on the calf. Hands can come to heart center. Or if you wish, you can lay your hands down towards the thighs, and you might want to keep your palms open, just being receptive here, interested and curious. Look how beautifully balanced we are. Excellent. Or Prifti hand mudra. 1 more breath cycle. Steady, calm. Excellent. Hands return to heart center. Lift the knee, place it down nice and gently. Alrighty, my friends, some sun salutations to get this energy flowing and a little bit of movement in within us. So standing somewhere towards the top of your mat, please feel free to modify along the journey so that it suits and excites you. Hands heart center, grounding down through the heels. Breathe in, smile, and heart lifts into the thumbs. On the exhale, just release the hands down by your sides. Now breathe in and sweep them up again. Beautiful. Tip from the hips. Exhale, bow forwards. Let the whole upper body flow over the front of the legs. And as you inhale, rise. Exhale, ground the hands. We're going to walk the feet all the way back. Beautiful. Inhale into a long, strong plank. Exhale, lower the knees down, flip the feet. Keep the elbows tucked in as you lower your way down through, scooping through chaturanga. Inhale, easy cobra. Exhale, flow back down, press the floor away. Tuck the toes, lift the hips on up, and we're here in downward dog. Whew. Just 1 more breath cycle. We're going to be on the move with our warriors nice and early. So thinking about the right foot, bend the knee and bring the foot in underneath. Lovely, roll all the way on up into a bit of a lunge. Hands can catch the hips to help us steady. And then let's pivot through the back leg. So we ground that heel down on an angle. Hands start to levitate in towards our heart center to help keep us in line. pelvis moves forward. Beautiful. Let's reach the fingertips up to the sky. Oh, and just getting a sense of the feet settling in, chest breathing. Where can we soften and be a little bit easier, especially around the neck and the shoulders? And what other supports do we have? What can we lean into here? One more breath. Simply opening the arms out wide, hands over feet into warrior two. So it's okay to soften and ease through the hips to let that space open, hands out over feet. Beautiful. With a breath in, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, let them soften and maybe they go a little bit wider. You can look forwards over the right hand. Magic. Moving into extended side angle. So just bending the right arm, leaning forward so the forearm rests, and we can start by lifting that left arm up to the ceiling. Notice if you're feeling a little bit heavy through here, and you can stay here, but if you've got some lightness, bring that hip forwards and then send the arm up so the whole body and foot is in a straight long line. Try not to plunge down this way. This is our lines of energy. Beautiful. One more breath cycle. Lift the left arm to the ceiling to help bring you all the way back on up. Let's go to warrior two. Face the front. We're going to windmill the arms over, frame the front foot. Sending that right foot back into plank, and we'll have a play with the vinyasa flow. So if you'd rather rest in child's pose, I'm totally with you there this morning. Otherwise, exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale through easy cobra, lifting the head high. Exhale, flow down, push the floor away. And lifting the hips on up. Let the heels hang heavy and imagine the hips being light like a balloon and floating up to the sky as the spine moves in between the shoulder blades and you broaden so you can breathe. Thinking about the left foot and the left knee, bending it so it steps in underneath. Hands to the hips as you roll on up in that lunge. And then that back foot grounds down on an angle. Tailbone still wants to slide forwards. Hands heart center, feeling warmer. Skin's a little bit slipperier. Awesome. Fingers up to the ceiling. Leaning into your supports. Feet are heavy. Inner thighs are stretching. Glutes, hamstrings supporting you. And what are the muscles that have to accommodate movement of the breath? The ribs, maybe neck muscles, belly. Beautiful. Opening the arms out. Excuse my back as we turn around into warrior two. Just feel that sort of opening stretch happen here. And then if you like, take the shoulders up to the ears, let them settle down, and maybe find another millimeter or 3 across the back. Feel that tingle in the triceps, out through the fingers. And now we have extended side angle. So keep trying to keep this hip crease happening and the knee moving out over the toes. As you lean forwards, keep the sides of the body long. And then, what's this? Right arm up to the ceiling. Watch that the hips aren't pushing backwards. We want to try and scoop the hips under. And then if you wish, the arm can travel all the way up and over. How are you looking? Beautiful. So we don't want to be a rainbow shape. We want to be a straight long line, if we can, like the side of a tall mountain. Heavy through that left heel, light through the left arm and shoulder. Beautiful. Right arm up to the ceiling. Lift ourselves back up into warrior two, look towards the front, windmill the arms all the way over. We're going to frame the front foot, step the left foot back into our plank for an easy vinyasa flow. Easily lower yourself down. So I say easy, not because it's easy to do, but we want to be easy on ourselves. Inhale through cobra, exhale, flow back down, press the floor away, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. One breath cycle here. Magic. Feet are on the move, keeping the hips up nice and high to walk towards the hands.
Let the neck relax so the head can really dangle. Exhale, let the upper body really rest down the front of the legs. Press the feet into the floor as you roll up to standing. Take your time. Just explore that sort of wander of left and right and swaying. Arms keep reaching up high. Palms meet. Feel that touch. Palms meet. And then they slowly float back down in front of your heart space. Just have a moment here to maybe readjust any clothing or sensations. Amazing. Exhale completely. I think we're ready to go again. Inhale, let the heart lift into the thumbs. So bring the hands down towards the heart to meet that touch. Exhale, open the arms. Going again, sweeping the arms up, reaching super tall. Exhale, bow from the hips. Hang, upper body hangs out of the strength. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, ground the hands, walk the feet backwards. Use the breath to lengthen here between the crown and the tail. Exhale, lower on down. As you let the knees drop softly, you still keep strength through the thighs and the belly. Inhale through easy cobra. Exhale, flow back down, press the floor away. Elbows want to tuck in, toes tuck under, hips on up. One breath cycle. We're going to lead with the right foot again. Bend the knee and bring it in underneath. Lovely. Roll on up as best you can. Hands catch the hips. And then pivot on that back foot. Open up through, higher up into the thigh muscles in towards the groins. Hands, heart center. Lovely. Reach all the way up with the fingertips. So in Warrior One, we're going to release the hands behind our back. Whee! So you can interlace the fingers and just let the chest round forwards with the breath. You can reach backwards with the knuckles if you like. You can look up towards the sky if you like. Just try not to strain. Notice this resistance of wanting to return back to upright. As best you can, fall into it and know that you are safe and strong. One more breath cycle. Exhale, slowly release. Hands reach back up to the ceiling, then they open wide again in Warrior Two. Whew. Excellent. Looking towards the front, and we're going to swap our arms around. So let's bring our back arm, our left arm around forwards, and that right arm can reach out to the side or even behind you. Let's come all the way back to Warrior Two, and we'll do that one more time. So notice where the twist is. Is it happening just under the ribs, or can you get twist all the way through that belly area? Gentle on the hips and the thigh bones, just to get you a little bit further around. Awesome. And then returning to Warrior Two. Right arm's in front, bends, rests on the thigh, left arm to the ceiling. So you can reach all the way over into extended triangle, or you can keep the arm up above you, and as you exhale, you can make a bit of a fist and have it scoop down around in front, a little rotation through the torso, and then roll all the way back on up. What do we think about that? Scoop all the way in and under, rise on up. You've got time. I'd like you to do 3 if you're going to give it a go. Yep, bring that left hip around. Stay grounded through the feet and rise on up. So 3 of those. All the way, let the hand roll down in front of you, just in front of the shin, and then rise on up. Well done. That's hard to do off a video camera. Lift yourself back on up into Warrior Two. Steady through the legs, windmill the arms forwards, frame the front foot, step the right foot back into a super long plank. One breath cycle here in plank. I'm starting to feel stronger here now. Hope you are too. Exhale, slowly lower down. Knees, thighs, belly, chest. Inhale, lift the crown, not just the eyes or the nose, the back of the head. Exhale, lower back down through, push the floor away. Brace the belly as you tuck the toes and lift the hips. Little bit of tension through the tummy to help support the back. Exhale completely, thinking about the left leg. Left knee bends and steps in underneath us. Roll all the way on up, hands to the hips to begin with. Stay there, I'm just going to change sides. Cool. Hands, heart center. Ground the heel back down, finding those warrior legs. Fingertips up to the sky. And just a few breath cycles just to settle in. Some muscles are stretched, some muscles aren't. It's not a natural position for us to stand in. So it's okay to have to make some adjustments. When you feel ready, On an exhale, release the hands behind you. Maybe you can interlace the fingers with the other finger on top. Maybe you just want to hold your own hands. Oh, gentle back bend, face towards the sky, knuckles backwards, chest opening. Feel the struggle, notice the strain. So go carefully, kindly. Oh, one more breath. And then slowly let the head rise back up. Release the arms back to the sky. Whew, and then they open out into warrior two. I hope I'm not the only one that needs sudden big breaths of air. So facing forwards over the left hand, a little bit of space there under the ears, and then the hands are just going to swish around, so the right arm comes forward, left arm reaches out to the side or behind and returns. One more time. So nice and easy, twist rotation. Oh, nice. Returning to warrior two, tucking that tailbone under, sending the knee a little bit further forward, ready to rest the forearm on the thigh, left arm to the ceiling. So again, you can hold this extended side angle or send the arm over in a diagonal or work through the side of the belly with that exhale underneath and then opening all the way back on up, lifting to the sky. Try not to push backwards through this left leg. Yeah, we're not pushing off that way. We want to stay tucked under if we can. So only about 3 of those. I say only, but yeah, I'm feeling it too. And then push off that front left foot, returning to warrior two. Windmill the arms forward. So remember, I'm facing the other way this time. I've turned around, but you guys haven't. That's okay. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, ease yourself, lower down, elbows tuck in. Crown lifts up nice and high. Exhale, flow back down through. Press the floor away. Oh my goodness, lift the hips on up. Exhale, hang through the heels. And just try not to let the shoulders squash the neck or the ears here. A little bit of space. One more breath cycle to soften the sides of the waist and lift the hips a little higher. And you'll feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Beautiful, feet are on the move. Keep the hips up super high as you walk forwards towards the hands, as many steps as you would like. And then on the exhale, let the body roll down the front. Tuck the chin into the chest, bend the knees, and then roll all the way the other way as you stand on up. Arms can reach wide, float up to the ceiling. Come back and rest in front of our heart space. Shoulder roll, breathing here. Magic. So sending the feet out a little bit wider this time. So you can stand anywhere you like on your mat. We've got some standing forward folds. So you can take those knees out a little bit too. Soft through the feet. Lovely. Hands, heart center. So when we tip over, we're going to do a side reach to one side. Come back to center. And then the other side. Heart center. Lift. Exhale. Easy fold over forwards. Remember that easy is reminding you to be kind to yourself and just sort of wander your way through. If you need another breath, cycle halfway before you lower what feels like your head totally down towards the floor, you can. Hands can stay at your hips, heart center, or lightly rest on the floor, but don't use them to push backwards through the hips. Excellent. Resting the left hand as the right arm reaches out to the side. If you can, breathe into the right chest and see if you can open the chest up to the side there. Beautiful. Slowly release. Lower the hand. Have a breath cycle in the middle if you wish. Sometimes that helps. Just sort of even up the stretch, even in the legs. Left hand out to the side. Another breath in. And as I lift my arm and hand, I actually feel like my spine lengthens a little bit more as well. So it's wonderful to notice how your body complements and works together within itself. Awesome. Back to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Bend the knees. Tuck the chin in. We're going to roll up to standing, coming all the way up to standing. Nice. Let's reach the arms all the way out into a big star shape. Exhale, flow forwards once again. Hands are reaching out towards the toes this time. Right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. So your hands can just rest behind your knees or on your shins, whatever you feel, and just guide your body weight, pressing down through the balls of the foot, and see if that can help lift your hips,
Again, using the breath, the inhale to stretch the ribs away from the hips. If you want to soften and fall a little bit closer towards the earth with your face or head, that's okay. Girls. Fabulous. Pressing the feet into the floor, bending, we're going to roll on up. Nice. Reaching the arms all the way out to the side in a big star shape. Oh, and letting them settle out super wide. My favorite, cow face pose arms. Right thumb stays up, left thumb turns down. Swap them around in behind you. Now this can also be done here in front of the body. Doesn't have to come behind the body. So just notice how that feels through the shoulder and into your neck. If it's okay, stay with it. If not, don't. Lovely. Let's bend the knees and lower down a little bit more into a squat. That right elbow's up high. How are you feeling? Warm. Right elbow's going to tip up and over. Left elbow tucks in and under. Beautiful. Come back to neutral in the middle. 2 more times. If you want to lift the legs on up and stand straighter, you can. Really opening up into the right side of the body here, relaxing through the neck. Oh my goodness. Back through center. Release the arms, release the legs, big star shape. Oh, nice. And let's settle the arms so we can do that on the other side. Right thumb turns down, swivel around. So even this time the hands might be in front of the face. Awesome. So just watch this elbows not pushing into you. We want to lift that elbow up if you can. Bend the knees. Ground down through the feet. Breathe into the left side of the body as the left elbow rises higher. Right elbow tucks in and under. 2 more times. Keep the hips steady and strong. Inner thighs. Opening the knees. Magic. Slowly unravel the arms. Straighten the legs. Big star shape. Beautiful. Hands rest on the hips. 1 more forward fold. Exhale. Reposition the feet if you need. Tipping the tail up as you tip over forwards. 3 breath cycles here, upside down. So your hands can stay on your hips or they can move to the floor for confidence if you wish. If your hands are on your hips, elbows to the sky. I'm still here. Beautiful. Bend the knees, roll all the way up to standing. Reach the arms out super wide and bring them back in front of your heart space. Heel toe the feet closer together for a standing chair pose. Beautiful. Really bring the feet in, yeah? So the inside of the ankles is touching, nestling, and the inner thighs all the way on up. So already we're starting to tuck and bend the knees, lowering the hips down because we're ready for that chair, yeah? Elbows tuck in and under. Think about the muscles at the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Think about how they weave in and connect under the glute and pull them down. So magically from the back of the heel, there's this like rubber band and you're pulling the rubber band down, tailbone towards the heels. Magic. Reach up with the fingertips, stretch through the side body, hips are still down. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. We're going to forward fold. So exhale, let the hands reach towards the toes and just dangle for a moment here upside down. Tuck the chin in and under, forwards, and that you still feel balanced and steady. 1 more breath cycle. Let the sides of the neck, the tops of the shoulders be easy. Be relaxed. Bend the knees as we roll on up to standing. Arms reach out wide, palms meet, slide back in front of our heart space. Once the hands arrive at the heart, inner thighs squeeze, knees bend forward, hips sit back down. So breathing into the belly and feel the elbows, yeah? Want to tuck in even closer. Tailbone down. See if you can soften across the tops of the eyes and down the sides of the eyes on your face. Beautiful. You can remain here or send the fingertips up to the sky. So we're going to do exactly what we did before. It's going to feel different. Tailbone down, tailbone down. 1 more breath in, longer through the body. Gently exhale, bow forwards, fingers towards the toes, dangling for 3 breath cycles.
So let the upper body wave with the inhale, it lifts. Exhale, just gently, slowly floats back down the legs. Hands can rest wherever you wish. I'm holding onto my elbows, but you might like to do something different. Magic, press the feet into the floor, rolling all the way on up to standing. Oh, palms meet in the middle and return back down in front of our heart space. Chair pose with a twist. You've got this. Sink the hips, elbows tuck in and under. Excellent. So we can simply just turn around through the body, but try not to push the hips out. Try to keep the hips there. So it's this part of the body that rotates around. Oh, come back through center. Shoulders again, chest, ribs, rotate around. Like we did when we were standing in that warrior and the hips were stable and steady. Come back to center. One more time each side. So if you wish, you can even hook the elbow over the knee or simply open the arms out. Breathe into the front space of the chest. Back through center. Tailbone down, crown high, other side. You've got this, well done. Knees together, hips in the center, hands retreat, back in front of the heart space. We're standing on up, press the feet into the floor, release the arms by your sides and enjoy a shoulder roll. Let's lower ourselves down towards the floor. Legs are going to move out. Normally we come into a close seated position. Let's take the knees and the feet out a little bit wider. Oh goodness, heels are heavy, toes, so definitely have a little bit of a wriggle. Make sure you can feel the top of those thigh bones settling in and the knees nice and gentle. Arms reach out to the side for a rotation. So keeping the spine tall and just feeling that twist and noticing if there is a little bit more mobility as we rotate through the sides of the waist. Maybe the shoulders are feeling a little bit looser now and those shoulder blades can help draw you back. It's okay if they can't. Just go with whatever feels nice. Oh, excellent. Next time we reach around towards the right hand side, we're going to take a breath in and try and sit a little taller through the body, and then that left arm's going to reach forwards over the right foot. Okay, keep this stretch here. You can let both hands fall to the floor if that helps ease up through the shoulders, but keep trying to extend the body, the belly to the thigh, the heart to the knee, and that left arm towards the right ankle. 2 more breath cycles here. Even up through the sit bones, both thighs sitting down deep into the earth, your mat. Beautiful. Softly lift on up. Come tall and then return slowly through center with a twist. Slowly with a twist, that's it. Whew. 1 breath cycle to find a bit more height, and then we lean forwards over the left leg. Heels down, toes up. Watch if the feet are trying to fall out of the way. Yeah. Magic. Both hips down, breathing in to lift the ribs away from the hips. Belly, heart can rest further down the front of the leg. Magic. Slowly roll on up. You're still in a twist, so slowly come back through center. Oh, reach the arms up like a star. Exhale, bow forwards, hands over the feet. So right hand to right ankle, shin, ankle or foot, whatever's available. If you want to hold on to those toes, you can. Ground down through the hips and try to stretch the toes up as if you're making your feet into super, super long water skis, and notice if that helps bring the belly a little bit closer towards the inner thighs. 2 more breath cycles here. Oh, fantastic. Lovely. Release the feet. Hands scoop up the top of the legs as you roll and sit on up. Let's bring the feet in nice and close. Soles rest together. Knees fall to the outside. Another beautiful twist. So just letting the left hand be anywhere in front near the foot. Right arm reaches out behind you. So you can hold onto the feet. You can press into the floor. But try and stay grounded, not only through the tailbone and the top of the thighs, but the feet as well. Try and get the feet to press into the floor as the knees fall out wide. Beautiful. Come back to center. Crack, crunch, other side.
Notice if there's any strain about the jaw or the neck. Let it go. Excellent. Back through center, one breath cycle here through the middle. Inhale up, exhale, bow. You can tuck your chin in, 4 breath cycles here. So absolutely have a quiet moment. Tuck the chin into the chest, close your eyes. Try not to analyze your feet or your skin or your clothing. Just staying really quiet. Just breathing gently, naturally. Magic. Rolling on up. Knees coming in nice and close together as we retreat back towards the earth. Knees and feet are going to stay bent but close. Hands holding onto the hamstrings, and we're rolling all the way back down. Fabulous. Oh. So I always lift the tailbone up to readjust my t-shirt. I don't know whether that's to adjust my t-shirt or to actually have a wriggle through the lower back. Sometimes it's both, I think. Palms rest by your sides. Let's bring the heels up as close as we can to our tailbone without compromising the integrity of the lower back. We don't want it to crumple up. Shoulders, if they're jumping up, remind them to rest back down so the shoulder blades are nice and flat. We've got a bridge pose here, so press all the feet down through the floor, lift the tailbone in the direction of the knees, and slowly on the inhale, roll back down. So another 2 more of these. Keep focused on the pelvis and try to lift the hips up towards the knees so that you stay gentle and light about the shoulders, neck, and head. Inner thighs pressing together, hips lifting. Beautiful. Settle and gently lower down. Bring the right knee in towards the chest. You can keep the left knee where it is, or you can extend it all the way out. We're just going to roll the right knee over to the left side of the body. You can lift the body all the way up into a big roll if you wish. Let that right shoulder blade fall back. 2 breath cycles, just letting go. Ah, yes. Alrighty, a little bit of composure, returning that leg back on in. Fabulous. And bridge pose again, my friends, before we do the same stretch on the other side. So just notice how the hamstrings need to work to bring the heels close. Palms press into the floor. Lift on the exhale so you can really press the feet into the floor. Inhale, let the breath flow all the way back down through the body. Don't let the knees fall open. Inner thighs are going to help work with the pelvic floor, especially on that lift. And the more we can exercise that pelvic floor, closer we can get that tailbone towards the back of the knees. Excellent. Settle on in, and then the left knee comes into the chest. Right leg can stay bent or stretch all the way on out as the right hand guides the left leg over to the right side of the body. And again, just fall into whatever shape you've found yourself here. Try not to hold anything up. Let the muscles relax and fall into the safety of the mat, the floor, the earth. Magic, coming back up through center. So let's bend the right knee so that the heel is close to the tailbone now, and this left leg is going to fall out wide. So we've created kind of a figure 4. It's when this leg's straight, you've got a number 4 shape. I've only actually just seen that. I've heard about it, but I've really only just seen that number 4 in the last 2 weeks. But that's okay. Alrighty. If you wish, bring that right knee in and you can reach in behind the hamstring. But the stretch is about the outside of the left thigh, and careful on the knee here. Let the leg fall out to the side. Nice. Right foot touches down. Keep this left leg wrapping all the way around, a little bit like eagle pose legs, and the knees roll over again to the right hand side. Coming back up through the middle, letting that right foot really settle as you swap the legs over. Lifting the right foot so the left heel settles near the tailbone and, excuse me, the right leg bends with the knee out to the side. And we really want to let that right leg just fall all the way out. Notice if you're leaning on one hip or the other, make an adjustment, whether even through the shoulders guides that adjustment, and then lift the left knee in. You can hold on to the hamstrings so that that left leg can fall into the arms. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to sort of have one leg pulling and the other leg pushing. But if they can both relax, if they can both fall away, it may help encourage the outside of the right thigh to really relax. Slowly releasing the hands. Right leg wraps a little bit more around the left, arms reach out wide, and we roll the legs over to your left. So the leg that's on top keeps rolling across and over the body. Breathing down into the belly to lift the hips up and let them fall closer to the heels. Noticing if the body's needing bigger gasps of air and letting the body have all the air that it inherently knows it needs. Lovely, slowly guiding the legs back on up. Knees coming in towards the chest, but a little bit wider, and let's flex the feet so we can hold on to the shins, ankles, or even the sides of the feet. You can rock side to side here. If there's space between your legs, that can be a bit more comfortable sometimes for the belly. And this is happy baby pose, where the knees are near the armpits and we're just holding on to the feet. So bend the knees as much as you like. Tailbone might lift up off the floor, that's fine. Easy on the neck, lower back. Excellent. Slowly finding stillness, which is hard to do when you're having fun rocking around. Bringing the legs together and sending the soles of the feet up high to the sky. Palms can rest on the floor, or they can hold on to the hamstrings. So there might be a little bit of tension about the belly here, but please don't let there be any tension in the front of your neck. So if it takes a couple of breath cycles to effectively invite those muscles to relax, take time convincing them that there's no work for them to do. So just sit down, just relax, just watch and see. Excellent. So we're just going to release the legs a little bit here and wriggle through the ankles, wriggle the toes, circle all through the ankles. And as we bend the knees and lower the feet to the floor, the feet are going to stay nice and close and the knees are going to fall to the outside. Hands can rest on the belly or by the floor, whatever feels natural for you. And just continue to make adjustments so it's more comfortable for your body to ease its way in. And just sort of inviting in a moment of gratitude, whether it's a sound of a bird outside or, perhaps there's even like road noise, people are on the move, getting involved in their day, or other people in the house. Unless it's your phone ringing, let that phone, ignore that sound, but everything else sounds beautiful, divine, and magical. Excellent. If you're ready to let your arms rest by your sides and the heels of your feet to slide away from the body, you can. If you feel like you need any more little bits of movement through your lower back or hips, please do that. Respond to what your body is asking. And then just sort of settle in and take time. Oh, that was perfect timing. So just stay resting nice and gently here, feeling into your body as it continues to rest into the earth. And notice the natural breath. Body breathing in
breathing out, just like our wonderful earth breathes in and breathes out. Then allow your attention to follow the flight path of the breath. Just feel the sensations. It's really easy to detect the sensations in the nostrils or perhaps the top or the back of the throat. But then they change as it flows through the ribs, the belly, right down to the seat, to the pelvis. So just we have a curious, open mind to explore whatever sensations arise. And as your mind wanders, which is natural, you can invite the attention back to the breath and the felt sensations. And the breath will reveal all your inner wisdom and knowledge. And noticing any sounds that arise as simply sounds. There's the beginning of the sound, the middle of the sound, and the end of the sound. Perhaps notice how the sounds change. Maybe they start quiet, get loud, and end quiet. Maybe they start low-pitched, high-pitched, low-pitched. Just notice any of the qualities that you can detect as the sounds come and go. And then allow your beautiful curiosity to notice the absence of sound. So when the sounds finish, what is there? Because without silence, there is no sound. So allow your attention to wander quite happily in amongst the silence, just for one more minute. And ever so gently noticing now the sounds of your natural breath. How the sound carries vibration, a bit of movement. And that vibration, that movement is powerful and it flows in and sustains you. It's just phenomenal, the breath, how privileged, how lucky we are. So this is your time now to gently stretch, offer a little bit of movement, whether it's wriggling of the hands, fingers, feet and toes, or just gentle rocking,
Nothing too sharp or vigorous, just really slow, kind movements. Just keep moving little bit by little bit, stretching or curling up until you're ready. So about another 20 seconds even before you're ready to roll over and just have a little rest on one side. You can make a little face pillow with your hands. Just check in with your energies, how you're feeling now. Because there's no right and no wrong, it's just knowledge. And if you know how you're feeling now, well, then you'll be able to take better care of yourself today. And all this movement and coordination and physical activity, following the breath and feeling all the things that happen inside our bodies, our minds. It's all wonderful. And it allows us this beautiful inherent knowledge so that we can continue to practice taking good care of ourselves. So as you feel ready, begin to lift yourself up into a comfortable seated posture. Yeah, flip around the hair, flip it around. Oh, beautiful. Just raising the hands so they rest in front of our heart space. Now we're not going to rush this. We're just going to feel into the palms of our hands, meeting lightly as well as the fingertips. Just sort of feel that sensation and know that this is exactly where we are here in this moment. The body is what gives us presence. Just breathing gently, eyes resting closed. Breathing in a little bit of love. Breathing in a little bit of nature and the joy that Thursday can bring. Lovely, my fabulous yogis. Thank you so much for practicing yoga with me today and this week. As you feel ready, bow, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope to practice with you again super soon. Bye-bye.